The world belongs to the relentless. And a relentless individual is one that sees no obstacles, one that perseveres through whatever that comes up. And, when we pursue things in our lives, what we often realize is we do it long enough up until we come across an obstacle that we feel as if we cannot pass, and then we stop. Almost like we're looking for a reason to quit. However, this is not what the relentless individual is. The relentless individual sees their goal and perseveres through any obstacle that comes in their way. And these are the people who attain the things that they want. As opposed to the other versions, myself included, who often only look for reasons to quit, right? When an obstacle that's too difficult comes up. But here's what the relentless individual understands as opposed to the other sort of individual. That there is no obstacle in this life that isn't just yourself. There is no obstacle in this life that isn't just yourself. Because here's the thing. It is not the obstacle in itself that you're afraid of facing, but yourself. You're afraid of the emotions that may come up that you are afraid of facing. So it is not the obstacle. So when you avoid a certain task or quit something because of a certain obstacle, you may have just avoided it just for now, but that obstacle will come repackaged in a different way in another scenario in your life. See, why the relentless individual perseveres and why it is they attain the things that they want is a strong reason why. Remember, Friedrich Nietzsche, the German madcap philosopher, said, "A man with a why can bear almost anyhow." A man with a why could bear almost anyhow. The relentless individual is firm and is clear on why he's doing something. Therefore, he is then relentless in the pursuit of attaining that which he desires. The world belongs to the hungry. And I'm sure you know this better than anybody, but it's those who are willing to persevere through any obstacle that comes in their way. So how do you become this individual, right? How do you become a relentless individual, one who perseveres through any obstacle? Simple. First, you must define what your why is. Why are you doing something? And I want you to define two whys. A personal why, yeah? Why you have chosen to pursue something as an individual. And then the second why is a why bigger than yourself. A purpose bigger than yourself. So a reason for why you're doing something and a why that is bigger than yourself. This could be maybe you want to provide for your family, or your family is going through some sort of strain and you want to be able to alleviate that pain. And once you're clear with it, right, at least you have a stronger sense of direction or why you're doing something. And the second thing is to understand that any obstacle that you could face is only yourself, and be willing to not be avoidant of facing yourself, because you are going to feel emotions you've never felt before, or ones that you've usually up until this point in life have avoided. Now I'm just going to need you to sit down and face it. Because here's the thing, right? If you avoid it again, you're just going to find an alternative way to face it. You're going to have to face it eventually. You're not going to find an alternative way to face it, but it will be presented to you again. So you must be relentless in attaining what you want by priding yourself to overcome any obstacle. You are that which you pride yourself on. I don't know if you notice, but successful people or men in the self-help space or in the big entrepreneur space, they pride themselves on doing difficult things. Why? Because they know that if they already pride themselves on being difficult things, they can overcome any task that they would deem to be difficult or often would have run away from and not face. So define a why, right? Understand that the only obstacle you can face is yourself, right? And be hungry. Be hungry in attaining what it is that you desire with the understanding that you deserve it. Another thing the relentless understand is they think they're so deserving. And for those who don't think they're as deserving, I pose to you this question. Why not? Why is it that you deem yourself undeserving of the things that you're trying to attain? That is counterintuitive to your initial motive, right? You pursue things because you wish to attain it. Deep down inside, we all have a fear of failure, yeah? But we must understand that we're not in it to be perfect. We're in it to attain it. So we need to stay long enough for us to see the fruits of our labor. This world belongs to the hungry. The world really belongs to the relentless. So pride yourself on being a relentless individual, an individual who can face any obstacle that comes in their way. An individual with a strong sense of why, an individual who's willing to face themselves in any scenario or situation that comes up. Thank you guys for watching this. It's been your boy KPOV.